Returning to another beautiful episode of Young Climber. Welcome and good evening. We are back again to deliver another spectacular story in the Kingdom of Eswatini that continues to inspire the youth. And joining us today, we do have entrepreneur Thandeka Maziya, who is joining us to talk about her life and how she reached a point where, now she is an online businesswoman. She is here joining us to unpack all of that. Your aura speaks success. And of course, the beautiful person that you are. Thandeka, welcome to Young Climber.
Thank you for having me. My name is Thandeka Maziya, for those that don't know me.
Yeah.
I currently hold a degree in marketing. I am 34 years old and I have 3 beautiful children. I studied marketing management at Eswatini University of Technology. And I completed back in 2014, and yeah, that's it. And I've always been a lover of being in business ever since I was very little. I started selling stuff, like I used to sell sweets at a very young age.
Yeah.
I was so little, I can't even remember the age, but your primary level.
Yeah.
And then as I grew up, I started doing more things that were related to retail business, and even when I got to tertiary, I continued with that. And after everything, like high school and stuff, I'm still doing the same even now. Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll backtrack a little. You did your schooling at St. Michael's, and khona lo bukelago naye lo funza St. Michael's. Yamangala ukuthi hawu lo sis lo muhle lo successful kangaka kanye wafunza St. Michael's naye. How has your experience during that time, shaped the person that you are, and how has it contributed to the success that you are? Because khona tinto lesifunza sebancane, that we carry out throughout our lives.
It's true. When I recall back at St. Michael's, I think it's high school, there was junior achievers. They came to us, and then we had to, they made us to be divided into groups, and you were meant to do something, like start something. And I remember everyone vouched for my idea. We printed t-shirts and we branded them, and then we started selling them. And that was quite a huge success. So I really did love that thing about St. Michael's, which was exposure into businesses or into your own creativity, because I got to be creative by doing that, and it went well. So I could say junior achievers also did help me to, push in the passion that I have, because I think it's something that I'm passionate about. It's not something that I was forced to do, because when I recall, even from a young age, it's something that I used to like doing.
Yeah.
And like I have no problem doing it also. So yeah.
And after finishing high school, you went on to take the step to be a cashier in a store in Manzini. But some people just laze around and they're like, I won't do that job, it's not my type. But you did that. What encouraged you to take that step? Given that maybe you had that chair where you were like, Eish, let me just focus myself into something instead of staying at home, even if you could afford to stay at home, but you decided to invest yourself into some work.
Okay, the number one push to that, honestly speaking, was the money.
Yeah.
Was the money. I've always been a person who likes things and who preferred not to ask anyone for those things and do it myself.
Okay.
Because you know how parents are sometimes when you ask for money, they tell you, you should work for your own money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So to make my holidays interesting and stuff, I had to work. But then also the line of work that I did was something that was related to everything that I was passionate about, because I studied marketing.
Yeah.
And with marketing, you deal with sales, you deal with customers. So I had no problem at all with being a cashier, and I did very well with that. And I also had a lot to learn from that as well.
And that was your first job experience?
That was my first job experience. Until today, I still apply the same principles and things that I learned from being a cashier, because when you're a cashier, you need to be thorough. And a customer's always right. So there's a lot that I learned, that you deal with different kind of people, different kind of customers, and it really did shape my thinking, and even today I still apply those things that I learned from being a cashier at Pep stores.
And you know, given that experience, someone would think maybe you'd want to go into more business management because you went into the faculty of marketing, you know, you obtained your diploma in marketing management. What pursued those interests? Because you know, it could have been anything else. Often sales, and then they end up being doctors. You know, we've had many people cross streams, but then you went into marketing management. What pushed that idea?
Yes.
Continue speaking.
So when I looked at my results and I saw that business management and economics, all of those subjects that I did in high school, I did well in.
Yeah.
So marketing management was like the perfect fit for me because I was very passionate. Like I am passionate about business, marketing, selling anything, you know, because I sell things easily. So for me, I felt like marketing management was the right subject to shape me to be the person that I want to be at the end of the day. Yeah.
I've still been saying that, you know, it seems like you're someone that is always aligned. Your business has been, you know, throughout your life. But then after that, you continued to pursue your bachelor's degree in the same qualification.
Yes.
What pursued that, and how important is it for people to, you know, continue to develop themselves as far as, you know, education is concerned?
Excuse me. It's important to be educated because it also helps you in certain things that you didn't learn in high school. Because honestly speaking, they don't really teach us everything in high school. Sometimes I even feel like you have to like skip the stages of school because when you're in the outside world, you're like, but we never learned this kind of things. So it's very important for me that I finished the marketing management curriculum, like, and reach the end. I still even want to do my master's in marketing. Then I can then start moving on to like business management because in the everyday life, things are changing. Like things are no longer working the old way. So when you educate yourself, you're able to be in line with everything that is currently happening in this world because a lot of things are changing. So
I love that you speak about that, but we'll get into that, you know, a little bit later because, you know, now about digital transformation, and how you relate to them. But now, after your degree, you were lucky enough, you know, to get a job working right in South Africa in Sandton, you know, at a business school there. Can we just talk about your experience there? Now, obtain a degree, or what was your thinking there? And of course, let's talk about your experience during that time.
I wanted to work and get work experience because at that particular time I was aware that a degree on its own is not enough. You need work experience, and unfortunately the only way for you to obtain that is to work and go to school at the same time. So that's why I then applied for the job at Regina's business school, and there I was hired as an administrator. And I did learn a lot because I was dealing with people, different students, and helping them, making sure that everything is done and recorded like in the right way. So from that, I learned to be thorough in everything that I do, like to be able to organize myself, because in that position, everything was meant to be organized properly so that whenever they need any information, you are able to just not even dig in, but to just get it from where you're supposed to get it. And also being exposed to a whole lot of different people, I was even able to learn different types of people as well. So.
And I love that you speak about organization so confidently. After your 5 years in South Africa, you then returned to Eswatini, and you know, you got a job right here in Matapa at the Eswatini Standards Authority. Can you talk about just because, you know, being in a different space, different cultures, you experience different things, and then coming back obviously Swati, you know we're Maswati, but it's a shift in the mind, of course. How was your time, and what are some of the challenges that you had personally, not with the people in the job, of course, that you had as a person transitioning back to Eswatini?
Okay, being at SWASA, Eswatini Standards Authority, was like a big shift for me. I was under a lot of stress because I wasn't ready for the real world.
Yeah.
But then I also got to learn a lot because I was guided by the marketing manager who I was assisting then. And, you know, with school, you do things very slow.
Yeah.
And at work, you're supposed to do things very fast.
Yeah.
And I remember the biggest challenge that I had was reading the newspaper every day, something that I was not used to because I had to know what's happening around the country, you know. So, yeah, it was tough, I won't lie, but I tried my level best to push through it. And of course, because marketing, I think, is something that's in my blood, that made things easier. Otherwise, it was really tough. But I managed, yeah.
You indeed did, because then you moved. You know, your moves are many, but they are very significant moves, that is. You moved to the United Nations Industrial Development Organization as a junior consultant. Now we're talking about your life as a freelancer. What are some of the challenges, you know, with being a freelancer? You move from to now it's me and only me. What are some of the challenges that you experienced in that position?
Okay. Firstly, I'd like to mention that UNIDO was under SWASA, like it was housed under SWASA.
Yeah.
So me being in the same environment helped a lot because then I wasn't like shocked or scared that I've moved into another job. I was lucky enough to be selected for that. And it was actually quite fun because I did a marketing strategy for them and then I had to implement it.
Okay.
So it was a project and that went really well. I would do interviews and radio stations, you know, we would do walks. We would print things from printing companies, like marketing items, and yeah.
And that was your life during that time.
Yes.
But now we talk about, to move into the entrepreneur you, because there's a time where maybe you ditched it a little to focus on your, you know, professional self, your corporate self. When did it then spark again? When did that idea or that light that you had reignite again?
Okay, when I was still working, I did actually continue, but it was hard because I couldn't like leave work to go and stock up and stuff. But then after the whole UNIDO thing, then I moved abroad. And then when I was in this new country, I was like, you know what? There's probably something that I would be able to do. So with the experience and the privilege of being exposed international, I was then able to go for a different kind of products to bring into the country because I believe after I left UNIDO, I was in Kuwait. So Kuwait is a very, very expensive country. And since I was in the retail business, like selling clothing, I was like, it's not a good idea because people would probably think I'm ripping them off. Yet it's not. It's the circumstances that I'm, the things that I'm faced with at that particular time. So I then thought, why not go for the Arabic oil perfumes because they smell very nice. They're unique, strong, like they just have that presence. They have that present thing in them.
It speaks for itself.
Like whenever you come in, they know it's okay. Here comes Thandeka, or there lives Thandeka, and people used to compliment my scent, like the way I smelled. So I was like, no, man, let me actually go for that because I believe with each and everything that I did in terms of business was things that I've actually heard from people
yeah.
that actually pushed me to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
So me smelling good because now I stay in Kuwait and I'm busy getting these compliments. I was like, you know what? Why
Let me
not?
maximize on that.
You know, let me maximize on that.
Yeah.
So I posed the bid on the clothing, and then I went ahead with the Arabic oil perfumes. As you can see, some of the items that I have next to me, they are very luxurious and they really smell amazing. And there's like different type of scents. Because some people know that Arabic scents are very strong with woody and stuff, but then they actually offer, they cater to everyone.
Yeah.
If you like sweet things, musky, there's a range for everyone to get a piece of that.
All righty. We will take a short ad break, but when we return, we talk about the finer details of the business, returning, you know, and of course the perfumes that you are offering Eswatini, and of course the opportunities that you think are available for Eswatini abroad, but that is only when we return. Today we are coming to you from the beautiful Goans Nest. If you want to enjoy tranquility, beautiful views, and of course good food, you're definitely in the right place. They also offer accommodation for those who want to have a lovely stay in the Kingdom of Eswatini. Come and enjoy yourself. They are available on Instagram. Do check them out. But we are still having a conversation with the lovely Thandeka Maziya. She was talking about, you know, her life in corporate, but now we're transitioning to the real her, the now her, where she is, you know, exploring her entrepreneurship. Now we'll talk about your business. Your business is mainly about fashion, beauty, and, you know, just the lifestyle space in general. What gaps or solutions do you feel like you are bringing into the industry? Because, you know, I've seen your things. They are not like any other things. I've seen your clothes. I've never seen someone wearing that. If nangubona ngiyasho ukuthi le I one of one. What solutions are you bringing into the fashion industry and the beauty industry?
I am bringing unique stuff. Like, I feel like the blessing of having an eye for things is really helping me and doing me good in this business, because I've seen that we don't have much of shops that sell amazing unique things. So me filling in that gap worked and is working, and the feedback from customers that I'm getting actually also boosts the confidence in me that I am actually doing the right thing, because that's something that I actually saw that is missing in the kingdom, like boutiques with beautiful clothing.
Yes.
So
we do have some for those who prefer them, but you know what you're offering is definitely a unique type of clothing, and of course the perfumes. Now we're talking to social media for you. How have you used that as a marketing tool? Marketing, how have you used social media as a marketing tool? Given that your business is online, there's some links that you have to press, but how is yours different? What does yours offer? You know, using that tool, what do you have to offer that is different from some others?
Okay, with the social media thing, I am able to wear some of the products and showcase myself there by creating reels or just talking about the things that I'm selling. And I don't know how, but it seems to work, because people are like, they enjoy seeing me do that. And then when it comes to the perfumes, you know, you cannot smell a perfume from a picture. But then I always make sure that when I advertise my products on social media, I'll be posting the fancy ones, you know, because sometimes when you look at something, you're like, oh, I like the bottle, I don't care about the scent. But then I always make sure that it's a beautiful scent. So using this unique bottle perfumes as a means to advertise them on Instagram helped, because I still get engagement even if when people cannot smell them.
Yeah.
And then with wearing the products like the lashes that I'm wearing, it also helps because people are able to see that this is how they're going to look when they purchase that product.
Yeah.
And then with the clothes, I wear them and take pictures as well or videos. So that also helps as well.
And what I like about you is that I feel like you're one person that really lives for your community, because you came back to Eswatini and you're like, I am going to be a part of this year's Eswatini International Trade Fair, where you are showcasing, you know, what your offerings, what you have to offer, what your business is about. How important was it for you to make that move, that sacrifice? Because but you definitely did it, and you were part of that, wanting to give back to Eswatini. How important was that for you?
That was very important for me because when I'm at the trade fair, I get to engage with my customers. They get to tell me everything like that they want to say in person, you know, because it's different online because we're all typing, you can't see the energy and everything. But then when you're with the person in person, you're actually able to see the communication, the body language, and also the excitement, you know, that they have, you know, that they keep telling you about. So for me, coming back home was exciting because I wanted more people to know where we are now based, because the last time when I was at the trade fair, we didn't have like a store location where people can actually find our products. So that was good, and I was also looking forward to actually mingling with my customers because they all came in numbers.
And Lengutanza on a trade fair this year, they had a theme, let's see, accelerating business growth through digital transformation. It's a simple but hard thing because some people don't want to move into the technology part of things, you know. Some people want to keep it conventional, but how are you planning to apply this theme into your business? Lo digital transformation, how are they going to, you know, imply this theme into their business, and how are you planning to do it, considering the fact that there's also things like digital marketing, but how are you planning to do it?
I think I will have to continue and put more effort into the Instagram that we are currently using. And you know, with social media, everything is changing and advancing. Now there's TikTok. I think I need to also get a page for my business for TikTok so that I'm able to engage with everyone, because we are moving with, you know, the trends, and continue with my YouTube channel as well, focused more on the business aspect of it, and Facebook as well. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of putting more effort into how I actually sell my products more on the social media platforms.
And now we talk back into your business, fashion things. How are you planning to expand, you know, your business in the coming years? What are your future plans for this specific business? Or what else are you looking to do? Because you could be exporting to Eswatini, but there's also South Africa, there's also Kenya. There are a whole lot of African countries. You could just expand your territories when it comes to this business because it's online. What are your future plans for fashion things?
My future plans for fashion things is to be in all the 4 regions of Eswatini. I believe we are a beautiful country and we should have beautiful things, Nazi, you know. So listening to my customers during the trade fair, because I always listen to them, they told me that something there. So I do plan on just having my business scattered around Eswatini in those 4 regions. So those are the future plans.
And maybe opening a physical store?
Yes, I will
but
open
running
a physical
a store from abroad,
No, definitely. Like in 5 years' time, I will be having stores in those 4 regions. Yeah, that's what I plan to do. And continue also online as well, because, you know, being online, you are able to target other countries, like you mentioning that I could be supplying other countries like Kenya, you know, all those other countries. So online will always continue, and then also the physical stores as well.
And now, just as we close off, can you speak to umuntu lomusha who is looking into an entrepreneurial journey, because people think it's all glitz and glam when they see my guest sitting here, all successful. But you started somewhere, no? Sweetie at a very tender age, and then that's how you reached this point. What encouragement could you give to a young Liswati Loti? Hey, mine, angifuni kuhlale officeini, ngifuna nje ukuthengisa nje.
Yes. All I can say is, start at a young age. Don't wait to be old, to do something, and check yourself. Like, study yourself. What is it that you're good at? Because I believe Nami, selling was something that I was passionate about at a young age. So please do start. The earlier the better. Save your money. Don't waste your money on unnecessary things, and put in all the efforts that you need to, starting a business is not that hard. You can start with the little you can start with the little that you have. You don't have to have like millions for you to start a business, and also present yourself very well so that people can take you serious. Because Nami, the way that I present myself has actually taken me to other levels, because if I were to mention the kind of clients that I have, that I work with, ningabona lokho ukuthi kumqoka ukuthi you present yourself well, utiphathe kahle, uyabo. So those are the two things that I can say, that with 100 rand you can go a long way. Even if, don't make so many excuses, and don't think too hard about doing something. You can even sell the things that I'm selling, because I have like cheap products that I sell, charging 200 emalangeni for an Arabic oil perfume. Some people come to me, buy that perfume and sell it for 400. So to go when alomosha, even if you sell it for 250, even if it's 210, that 10 rand goes a long way. So that's all I can say.
A big thank you to you, Thandeka, for joining us here on Young Climber. We hope to see you at the next Eswatini International Trade Fair yet again, and of course we want to see your business expand into bigger territories. Maybe the next time we talk to you, but big thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, that was Thandeka Maziya, and her offerings are beautiful. It still stands. All of my guests are saying start somewhere. Today, big thank you to Goans Nest for hosting us. They're offering a beautiful place for you to enjoy the food that you love. They offer beautiful drinks and, of course, accommodation for you to stay in the Kingdom of Eswatini. But from myself, Tabelo Dlamini, until next time, it is good night.